The best never quits. The best knows how to get back up and rise again. The best doesn't stay on the ground for too long, because the best understands that even though you're down, you must have the capabilities to get up. Throughout your life, you have dedicated yourself to whatever your craft may be. You breathed it. You lived it. You slept with it. You talked about it. You put action into it. But then something happened along the way. Something knocked you down. Something held you back. Why did this happen? Was it supposed to happen? Why did you have to go through this particular fallback when you work so hard? Well, I'm here to let you know the best. Sometimes they do fall. But as long as you have a beating heart and your lungs are functioning and your eyes are open, you will get back up again. You will press on and you will live strong. And you will fight until there's nothing else left to fight for. Sometimes circumstances will distract us from our truth. Sometimes we lose our way because we had a setback along the way. Sometimes we lose faith within ourselves. Sometimes we just don't know anymore. But this is the time to understand what you are dealing with, what you are facing, what you must do to move forward again. Not everybody has the ability to know within themselves who they are inside, because the flesh will confuse you. The mind will play tricks on you, but you have the ability to control the universe of yourself. And you may not like the position you're in right now. You may not understand what you're going through right now, but you have a testimony. And this is the test that is attached to the testimony. Because you didn't die yet. There is no death yet. This is another chapter in your life. This is another testimony that you will share. That you will let others know that yes, I've been knocked down, but when I got down, I knew what I had to do to get back up again. I had to believe, I had to have faith, and I had to trust again. Not every situation is meant for us to understand. Not every situation is going to be an easy way. Not every situation is going to be something that we can accept within ourselves. We have to know through life, situations will come, circumstances will happen, but we must have the ability and the knowledge within ourselves to carry on the good fight. When you are going through your life and these distractions show up, do you have the strength and the wisdom to push forward? It's difficult for many of us. It's hard to let go when you work so hard to get what you have gotten. Everything that you have put into yourself, everything that you have dedicated yourself to, you will get it back. You have no choice but to get it back. But the setback, it may discourage you a bit. It may put you in a position where you feel less of yourself. You don't even feel that you deserve what you are enduring right now. But who's to say what you don't deserve? Who's to say this is not something that is necessary for you to build on? Here we are. Once again, we're gonna get it back. We're gonna fight for it again. We're gonna believe in ourselves again. We're gonna trust in our abilities again. The steps that we take may not be fast enough for us, but we have to continue to take the steps. Slow steps can also identify as a healing process. A time to heal, a time to grow, a time to know that it's not over. Yes, you have fallen from a position that you once had and that you celebrated because of your accomplishments. But even when you are accomplished, sometimes you will fall from it. But that doesn't mean that you are done. Believe that there will be a much better outcome. Believe that you are the best of who you are. Nothing or no one can take that away. You have the capabilities. You know in your mind, you know in your heart, your soul is connected to every possibility within you. Let it be known that you are the best. And the best knows, believes, and trusts that they will get up again. Don't ever doubt yourself. Don't ever look down on yourself. Preparation is dedication. And with dedication, there will be a much stronger foundation. So keep looking up and know that your best still has life. Keep it moving. And from the bottom of my heart, conduct your business. This is what you train for. Hours and hours and hours of pain. Hours and hours and hours of sweat. Hours and hours and hours of working hard. Understand that this is work. It is not a game. It is an opportunity. And only the ones that want it will be the ones that will succeed. It is gonna hurt you, but it will push you. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. For each day that you compete, there are certain circumstances that you must understand and face. Each competition represents something unique. Each competition represents something that is powerful. It is going to put you in a position where you want to break down and quit. But we all know that quitting is not an option. You don't have a lot of time left. So there's no reason to complain. And you have to understand that there has to be something even greater and more challenging waiting for you. And if you're not willing to step outside of your comfort zone, then everything that you are hungry for will soon come to an end. You have to electrify the desire that you once had. So when the time comes, you can kick down that door and move towards the possibilities of being the best of who you really are. It takes pure grit, tenacity, passion, and pure focus. Don't sleep on your greatness.
What's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money? Is that the thing? Or is the thing that's stopping you, you? You have control over your mind. You just have to assert it. You have to decide that you are going to be in control, that you are going to do what you want to do. Weakness doesn't get a vote. Laziness doesn't get a vote. Everyone wants some life hack that eliminates the need to do the work, but that does not exist. No, you have to do the work. You've got to hold the line. You've got to make it happen.
Some of you just don't understand. Some of you have been average for so damn long, you don't know what it is to do hard work. But there's a lot of you out there who want to be much more than average, but just don't know how to do it every single day, the grind. You need to find someone to oil those fucking gears up. So check it out. This is a mindset. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But there's a motherfucker out there who wants what you have, who wants the position you are, who wants the job you have, who wants the wife that you have, or the husband. There's someone out there hungry and wants everything you fucking have. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But if it is, it's gonna be your ass. So make that a motivation for you. Stay hard.
If you're gonna be successful in life, you gotta understand that there is a sense of urgency, that there are only 86,400 seconds in a day. And you gotta not only operate in them, you gotta do it quick, you gotta do it fast, you gotta do it in a hurry. Why? Because there's somebody else who's on the same track you are. Somebody else, they're on the same path that you are. It's somebody else just like you trying to do it. And sometimes they're working just as hard as you're working. They're putting in just as much sweat, just as much tears, just as much blood, but you just gotta do it what? You gotta do it faster than they do it. You gotta do it quicker than they do it. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Pick up the pace. You're walking too slow. Pick up the pace. You're moving too slow. Pick up the pace. If you want to finish, sometimes you can't just finish. You got to finish fast. You don't have as much time as you think you do. You master the present. That's why I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, because if you're getting up at 6, you might be smarter than me. You hear me? You might. You might have more privilege than me. You might. You might have more resources than me. You might. But I'm going to get up earlier than you, and I'm going to do it quicker than you do it. I'm going to do it faster than you do it. So by the time you get up with all your privilege, by the time you get up with all your stuff, I've already finished the race.
There's always someone out there working harder than you. I'm haunted by that motherfucker. Knowing that there's someone out there that's willing to forgo personal desires and comforts, forgo sleep, forgo whatever it takes to be better, to be the best. In life, a lot of times, a lot of us have that person out there. There may not be a name or a face to him, but he exists. You make sure in life to think about that person. You make sure they put a name and face to it. If you make sure a name and face is yours, you do the hustle. Get in somebody's head. Own space. In all times when you want to quit, because we're all human, you make sure you remember one thing. All those times, hours, days, you sacrifice to be the best. Stay hard.
The battle is actually in your head. You're not gonna hear noises, you're not gonna hear gunfire, you're not gonna hear explosions. It's not that kind of battle. What's in your head is weakness and laziness, and they're not attacking, they're sneaking around. They're poisoning the strength in your brain. All you have to do to kill procrastination is just stop. You just go, and procrastination dies. So don't wonder how you overcome procrastination. It's easy. All you do to overcome procrastination is go.
What the fuck are you waiting on? We sleep 1/3 of our fucking lives. And we think we can take fucking days off. We think we have the right to sit back and give ourselves fucking options on which way we're gonna go in life. Am I gonna run today? Am I gonna work out today? Well, it's my birthday. You think time gives a fuck that it's your birthday? You give me too many fucking options. Let me tell you one thing. Time is running out. You keep on sitting around wondering what the fuck you want to do. You're just gonna run out of time. So make sure you do one thing. Stop following the fucking crowd. They may take time off, but you can't afford to. Life is always giving you a test. Trying to give you a way out. Trying to give you an excuse not to show up. You gotta have the mentality to show up every fucking day of your life. No matter what life throws at you. It's our responsibility to show up to the Coliseum of life. Prepare for fucking battle. I don't care what you're going through, what life's throwing at you. It's your responsibility to find your new 100%. Take it upon yourself to do that. Stay hard.
Where you trying to go, you might have to give up some friends. You might have to give up some opportunity. You might have to give up some stuff to go from good to great. Everybody talk that talk. Everybody talk about going to the next level. Everybody's talking it until it's time to pay up. And when it's time to pay, there are people who not willing to pay. You're gonna have to sacrifice some sleep to get this one. You can't get up at the same time. You're gonna have to sacrifice some friendship to get to this one. You're gonna have to sacrifice some entertainment to get to this one. And the only way you prove to yourself that you really want it is that you no longer hit the snooze button. You no longer lose focus when you're studying. You no longer take shortcuts. You no longer playing games. You are willing to do whatever it takes. I'll do whatever it takes to get to that milestone.
What happens is the quitting mind comes in. We have to find our new norm. You gotta create that new norm. That has to be your lifestyle. You are the master of your own mind. Create that masterpiece. Be proud of yourself at the very end of it all. You gotta change your mindset to know my whole job now is at 4 o'clock in the morning. I get the shit kicked out of me. It's important for us to stay hungry. That hunger changes your mentality. You go from being domesticated to being a savage. Go out there and start fucking walking. Put some shoes on, start running. Go to the gym. Do the elliptical trainer. It's not rocket science. A lot of folks talk about overtraining. You gotta train first before you can overtrain.
You want to get better? Stop looking for a shortcut. You'll find your love. Find your discipline. Find your guts and your passion and your drive and find your will. Every day is a new day, a new week, a new shot at life. An opportunity to come out of the gate like a man possessed and attack the day without mercy. Today, I'm taking steps. I'm putting the pressure on. I am the aggressor. I am on the attack. Because I will not stop.
Champions are focused on the goal. They don't have time to be doing stuff that's not gonna help them toward the goal. So all this stuff you talking about, all of this social media, cut it off. Cut it off. Do what you're supposed to do. You ain't no boy no more. Get off social media. It's killing you. Get off of it. Stop Netflix. Who you watching? Watch you. Cut that
doggone football game up. It ain't doing enough for you. They making millions, you not. More stuff comes to you when you execute, son.
There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what the fuck you're doing. You can't just fucking quit. Remember this, this isn't a hobby, this isn't a fucking joke, it's a fucking lifestyle. So what you say to yourself is important. There's no fucking coach, there's no trainer to keep you going, it's only you. The whole thing is this, don't say a word. Stay uncommon amongst uncommon people. You're never done. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Stay hard.
It is the process of the grind that shapes you and forms you. It's not the game. That's why most of y'all get beat in the game or make mistakes in the game, because you think grinding is what happens when the sun comes out. You think grinding is what happens when the lights come on. You think grind is what happens when people get in the stage. That's not grind. The real grind is in the dark when nobody sees you. When nobody knows what you're doing. When you studying without coach. When you putting in those extra reps. When you watching those videos and you getting inspired. When you change your music. It's the process that makes you sweet. You can't be average and be a legend. You can't be good and be a legend. You can't be great, really, and be a legend. You gotta be phenomenal. I want you to push for legend. Every single day of my life, I feel like giving 120. Every single day, I don't have days where I don't feel like it. Why? Because I'm counting on me. My wife's counting on me. My son's counting on me. I don't have days to waste. You gotta get up earlier. You gotta stay up later. You gotta execute, and you gotta go from 70 to 120.
It's not enough you made it to the NFL. Be the fucking MVP. It's not enough you ran a 5K. Win a 10K. It's not enough you became a doctor. Be a better doctor. It's not enough you lost 50 pounds. Go out there and do something with it. Stay fucking hard. Go get some. If you want it, you will find time in your life to do it. If you don't want it, you will continue to do exactly what you're doing now, is give me excuses. You're gonna make up every excuse on why you can't do it, and that's why I can't connect with you. That's why you hear the passion come out of me, and you wanna say it's anger? No, because I know it can be done. And you're telling me on why it can't be done. And then what you do is, he's crazy, he's in a category. No, you don't want it bad enough. If you want it bad enough, you will figure out how to make this shit happen. People don't want to go in deep, man. All the answers are inside of you. It's a very primitive way. It's very barbarian. It's how we all think. It's how man once walked the earth. And then we get all soft. The most powerful thing we have is our fucking brain. It's our mind. And we don't use it anymore. What separates me from a lot of people is they go into a daunting task. And the task is overwhelming. You have to be open-minded to the possibilities that I can do this. Once you shut your mind down to the possibility that it can be achieved, there's no way it can happen. I know that if you're in a fight, you have to attack. You have to keep attacking. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. You must break the soul of whatever the fuck is in front of you. That's what I realized. I was never breaking the soul of anything in front of me. If you keep on attacking something, nothing wants to stand in front of anything that is relentless. Nothing.
Stop running from it and run to it. Stop telling me what you're going through. The greats, they get to it, they go through it. And the harder it is, the better. Make it work. Let's go.
You are not where you want to be, not because you need any more gifts. You don't need nothing else. You need to discipline yourself. You need to learn to tell you no. You keep talking about everybody else, you can't tell no. You can't tell you no. You can't tell you stop. You can't tell you quit. You gotta get to a point where you're disciplined, and you need to learn to check yourself. And I want you to say, the reason I'm not amazing yet, because I hit the snooze button. That's why I'm not amazing right now. The reason why I'm not amazing right now is because I couldn't get up early enough, because I told myself I'm not an early person. I'm not amazing because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing to be amazing.
Stop rationalizing. Stop making excuses. Stop giving yourself little watered down assessments of where you're really at. Tell yourself the truth. Are you making yourself better? Are you making yourself worse? Are you moving forward or are you moving back? Are you making progress or are you stagnating? Make the decision. Yes or no. Are you going to work out today? Yes or no. Are you going to win? Yes or no. Don't allow for any gray area in there. Get rid of the debate. And you know the right decision to make. So go and make it.
What the hell are we all waiting for to start attacking life? You waiting for the fucking stars to align? There is no perfect time to start. You gotta start now with changing your life. We're all being tested in life. And guess what? This is one test you can't cheat on. You gotta do your best work when you're least motivated. So those days you don't want to do it, guess what you gotta do? You gotta suck it the fuck up and do it. Stay hard.
You know, sometimes you get that feeling in life that things aren't going my way. You hear people say that. Things aren't going my way right now. And you know, when I hear somebody say that, I say back to them, listen, things just don't go your way. That's not the way the world works. You gotta make them go your way. You think things are gonna just happen for you? Well, they're not just gonna happen for you. You gotta make them happen. Each Monday, go make things happen.
There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what the fuck you're doing. You can't just fucking quit. Remember this, it's in the hobby, it's in the fucking joke, it's a fucking lifestyle. So when you say to yourself it's important, there's no fucking coach, there's no trainer to keep you going, it's only you. The whole thing is this, don't say a word. Stay uncommon amongst uncommon people. You're never done. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Stay hard.
Tomorrow doesn't work. You do it today. You get it done today. That's what you do. People spend time waiting for when the time is going to be right. They're waiting for the pieces to fall into place. They're waiting for the planets to align. They're waiting for everything to be all set. It's not going to happen. You want to know when the time is right? The time is right now.
You cannot stop while you could be working, while you could be further along the road. You sitting there contemplating, like you're sitting there moaning about it. You're sitting there complaining about it. You gotta work. Get your life in your hands, like flat out. Take responsibility. It's time to take ownership. Take ownership of your life. Take ownership of your time. Take ownership of your day. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today.
Rise and aggressively move forward down the path. Get yourself in the game. Shut down all those pathetic excuses and get after it.
You control your feelings. Don't nobody else control your feelings. So when you tell me I ain't feeling it no more, it don't got nothing to do with something external. It's something internal that you ain't pushing no more. You push you. You gotta move you every single day. If you get to a point in your day and you down and out, if you get to a point in your day and you exhausted, you get to a point in your day and you're not feeling it, you can stop right there and change the mood. Nothing controls you. You control your feelings. You control your mood. Nobody control your mood. You saw something that threw you off, well, see something that throw you back on.
What the hell are we all waiting for to start attacking life? Waiting for the fucking stars to align? There is no perfect time to start. You gotta start now with changing your life. We're all being tested in life. And guess what? This is one test you can't cheat on. You gotta do your best work when you're least motivated. So those days you don't want to do it, guess what you gotta do? You gotta suck it the fuck up and do it. Stay hard. the most brutal endurance sport of all time. And that's what we have to love about it. And love the fact that life continues to attack us. There are no timeouts. You can't just go like in a sporting event when the coach doesn't like something and call a timeout. You have to be that person who's always prepared. Look inside yourself. Stop looking at me or other people out here to be the hero of your story. This is time for you right now to get to know who you are as a person. Be alone with yourself. Knowing one thing in life, we are all very fragile in this world. We have to know that when we die with some meaning and some purpose in this world.
My glory doesn't happen in front of a crowd. It doesn't happen in a stadium or on a stage. There are no medals handed out. It happens in the darkness of the early morning, in solitude, where I try, and I try, and I try again. With everything I have to be the best that I can possibly be, better than I was yesterday. Better than people thought I could be, better than I thought I could be. Then claim one victory that no one can ever take away from me, ever. A victory that is earned every single day. A victory of determination and will and discipline. A victory achieved because I will not stop.
You become a savage is in isolation. You're training for a big MMA fight or just a boxing match. You don't stay outside of isolation. You go in isolation. After your mind changes, after your focus changes, your dedication changes. Don't use this time to fuck up your mind. Use it to gain strength, gain focus. Isolation is the key to strengthening your mind. Come on, savage.
Some of y'all so caught up on the game that you don't get it. It is in practicing. It is in eating right. It is in making good decisions that you look a certain way. It is how you practice. It is what you do that makes you look like you look. It is the process of the grind that shapes you and forms you. It's not the game. And that's why most of y'all get beat in the game or make mistakes in the game, because you think grinding is what happens when the sun comes out. You think grind is what happens when the lights come on. You think grind is what happens when people get in the stage. That's not grind. The real grind is in the dark when nobody sees you, when nobody knows what you're doing, when you studying without coach, when you putting in those extra reps, when you watching those videos and you getting inspired, when you change your music. It's the process that makes you sweet. And the problem with some of y'all is you want somebody else to support your dream. It's yours. If you want it to happen, get your butt up and make it happen. If you want it to happen, rise and grind.
It's a hard journey. It's a real journey. It's a journey that's gonna take you way outside of being comfortable. You gotta go into that fucking hellhole of life that you have that fucked you up and fix it.
You got the little voices in your head.
And you know what they're saying? They're saying it's okay. You've done enough. Take a little rest.
You can take the day off. You don't need to go hard.
That's what those little voices are saying.
But you got another voice in your head that's asking you a question. It's asking you, what could you be? What could you be? What could you be if you worked as hard as you could? What could you be if you imposed real discipline in your life? What could you be? I said you crank up the volume on that voice. Crank up the volume on that question. Max it out. Make the decision, yes or no. Are you going to work out today? Yes or no. Are you going to win? Yes or no. Don't allow for any gray area in there. Get rid of the debate. And you know the right decision to make. So go and make it.
know what's so funny? We want people to make guarantees to us, but we're not willing to make guarantees to ourselves. Somebody gave you a guarantee, 30-day guarantee. In 30 days, if you don't make what they told you you're gonna make, you got an attitude, you want your money back. But you've never demanded your money back from yourself. You've never looked at yourself in the mirror and said, you let you down.
You keep saying you ain't on the next level because of the economy. You keep saying you ain't on the next level because it ain't the season. You keep saying you ain't on the next level because the opportunity ain't there. The truth of the matter is that you ain't there because you ain't there.
Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I'm not getting up on time. I'm not going to work on time. I'm not putting in 120% when I'm at work. I let me down.
And there's some of you, you know what you want, but you are not personally willing to do the work it takes to get it. What you're trying to do is do what you've done on this level and get the next level. You like, I'm getting up every day. I'm putting in 2.5. I'm putting in 3, and I'm not getting the opportunity. The opportunity might require getting up and working out 3.5. It might require you saying no to your friends. It might require you changing your diet. It might require you moving to another city. Whatever it takes, you got to be willing to do it. And you keep saying you're not there because of something else, because it's easier to blame somebody else.
That's the problem with some of you. You always want to hold other people to the fire, but you're not holding yourself to the fire. You owe you an explanation. You owe you an explanation. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are you only giving 50%? What's wrong with you? You need to put yourself on punishment. You need to tell you no more TV, no more snacks, no more desserts, no more alcohol, no, we working out now. You need to tell you that you owe you something.
So we live in a world that we want to be as comfortable as we can. And we wonder why we have no growth. We wonder why when the smallest thing in our life gets difficult, we wonder why we cower and we run away. Because we are kind of living our whole life is set that way. Our whole life is set up in the path of least resistance. We don't want to suffer. We don't want to feel discomfort. So the whole time we're living our lives in a very comfortable area. There's no growth in that. You will never learn from people if we always tap dance around the truth.
Stop rationalizing. Stop making excuses. Stop giving yourself little watered down assessments of where you're really at. Tell yourself the truth.
Are you making yourself better? Or are you making yourself worse? Are you moving forward or are you moving back?
You aren't getting any closer to your 5-year plan or your 3-year plan or your 7-year plan or any plan that you've got unless you get up and start getting after it.
There are no excuses. You cannot choose success. You gotta work for it. You gotta breathe it. You gotta sleep it. You gotta eat it. You gotta put forth 120%. I didn't get here making excuses. And I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I've gotta wait for good things to happen to me. And I said I'm gonna grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim.
Remember the time when you wanted more. Remember the time when there were people in your life that did not believe in you. Remember the time when you honestly gave up on the possibilities of the uniqueness that you had inside. Remember there was a time that you complained so much but yet did so little. There's a little bit more that has to be done than just complaining about it. You have to realize that you don't have any other opportunities waiting for you if you're not willing to work for the first opportunity that's been given to you. Do you give up now? Do you start doubting yourself? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of the man or the woman next to you? Do you feel that they worked harder than you? Do you feel they deserve what you have worked so hard for within yourself? Make no mistake, don't sleep on those that want to take away what's yours. Just understand this. Doubt, fear, and those that are trying to pull you down won't get you across that finish line. When you are running your race, then be committed to your race. Do not be committed to excuses. Do not be committed to fear. Be committed to crossing that finish line. Be committed to being a champion. Be committed to being a warrior. Be committed to keeping your eyes focused on the prize. This is what you work for. You got to stay hungry. You got to trust yourself. You got to believe in yourself. Why are you here? Take a good look at what you see in front of you. Ask yourself, is it making you better? Is it taking you higher? Are you going further? When you start to feel tired, you got to keep running that mile. When you run that mile, run another mile. Get into that second and third gear. When you feel that your grip is getting weak, find something else to get that grip strong again. Don't quit on you. Don't quit on this opportunity. Don't quit on your success. Don't quit on being the best of yourself. Do not be fooled by other things that won't get you over that line, that won't push you over that wall, that won't give you the strength to climb that rope. Whatever it takes, give it everything you got. Don't look at the sky as being the limit. Put your footprints on the moon and do the impossible. But make the impossible possible for you. This time, this hour, this moment, it's yours. Go get it. But do not depend on your flesh. Depend on the soul of a true champion. For the soul is eternal, and the soul never dies. You make the decision. You make this happen. You've given it all you got. But what you got just ain't enough. Get up and work a little bit harder. Drive a little bit further. Push a little bit harder. Let the world see something they have never seen before in you. Keep going. Keep fighting. Keep pushing. Keep breathing. This is the time, and this time is yours. Earn your keep. Earn your victory. And when you cross that finish line, look up to the heavens with your hands up high and take a deep breath, because you made it. Keep pushing. Train hard each and every day of your life. Don't get comfortable. Don't get complacent. You keep working until it's over. You don't stop breathing. You don't stop living. You don't stop pushing. You don't stop grinding. You stay hungry. You got to be the one that never lets the sun catch you sleeping. You are that person. You are that greatness. You are that power. You are that uniqueness. Don't let that fire be extinguished. Let it burn. Let it burn bright. Keep it tight. And from the bottom of my heart, conduct your business. The time has come for you to disappear and get to work. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been distracted for far too long. You have been surrounded by so much negativity, and you have let yourself go. You have not put yourself in a position to do better so that you can be better. It's time for you to let go. It's time for you to disappear. It's time for you to get focused. Sometimes you just got to escape and get away. Get away from people. Now, I'm not telling you to get away from the people that matter in your life. I'm telling you to get away from the people that's holding you back, that's keeping you down, that's not lifting you up, that's not giving you the strength that you need to stay focused, to stay driven, to stay disciplined. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't always have to be around people to get things done right. We must sometimes separate ourselves from everybody else so that we can be more focused, so we can be more in tune with ourselves. We get lost, we feel alone, we feel that we must have a need to have someone to validate who we are inside. But we really don't need that at all. What we need is to pay more attention to what matters in our lives and what we must do as individuals to make us better, so that we have the mental fortitude to carry on and do what is right for ourselves. But you can't work productively if you're always distracted, if you're angry, if you're sad, if you're miserable. So what is it that you need to do? Perhaps you need to just stop watching things on television that may distract you. Perhaps you need to stop showing up to work and letting other people get inside your mind and in your heart and taking you away from yourself. Or maybe you just need to take a walk and find some peace in your mind. Work, effort, purpose, will. This is what is needed. This is how you get through it. But if you got a bunch of negative noise surrounding you, if you got a bunch of negative things happening around you, you'll never be able to see the promised land. You'll never be able to see the truth within yourself. There's no reason for you to be down on yourself. There's no reason for you to feel sad about yourself. I understand we all have that tendency of thinking that we're less. But in reality, we are so much more. But we got to believe in ourselves. And we have to escape the negativity. We have to escape the doubt. We have to escape the evil. And we have to be positive within ourselves. There are going to be many days that you will have to face things that are not going to be what you want it to be. There are going to be many days when you just don't feel you have the strength to carry on. There are going to be many days when you just want to give up. But you know that you cannot. You must understand that you have to escape. Just get away so that you can work a little bit harder. Get away from the things that are not gonna give you what you really need. Get away! Run away from those things that have held you back and you didn't feel that you had the strength to come back. You got to believe and know there is something that is special about you. But if you're not willing to separate yourself from all of these things that are surrounding you, these people, the negative energy, the doubts, you're never gonna see it. You're never gonna see your potential. You're never gonna see your true strength. You're never gonna understand who you are. You're never gonna know your truth because you've been too busy living a lie. Escape. Get away. Find a place that no one else can find you. Find a place within yourself that no one else can touch. Find a place of peace and harmony. Be able to recognize your purpose. Be able to believe once again in you. When no one else believes in you, be the person that believes in you yourself. No one deserves to take that happiness from you. Don't give people that much power. Don't give negative energy that much power. You are powerful. You are strong. And you got to have the capabilities. You got to have the will. You got to have the wisdom to stand on what you believe in. And make no mistake, you will always be under attack. Someone is coming after you. Someone doesn't want to see you happy. Someone wants to take you out of the game. But you're stronger than that. You have more to give than to lose. Give it all you got. Believe in yourself. Work towards the greatness that you have within you. Look up and see your true potential. See what you are capable of. Know what you are capable of. Fight for what you are capable of. And just keep it moving. Your business, it's work. Your life, it's work. Your purpose, it's work. But you got to know how to escape. You got to get away from the things that are home. You truly want to see the best of yourself. Put yourself in a better position. Put yourself in a higher position. Don't make it out that you're better than anyone. No one says that you're better than anyone. But you can be the best of yourself as long as you believe in yourself. Keep your mind focused on what makes you better. Keep your mind focused on what makes you stronger. And don't you dare let anyone get you out of your game. This is the fight of your life. And you have to work. You have to trust it. You have to stand on it. You will not bow down. You will not give up. You will work. You will push. And you will give everything that you have for today and for the rest of your life. Be productive, be strong, and from the bottom of my heart, conduct your business. How much effort have you applied within yourself? How much work have you put into your craft? Ladies and gentlemen, for you to grow, you got to take the necessary steps and carry on. There's no time for laziness. There's no time for excuses. There's no time for weakness. Power Power is what we must seek. Yes, I know sometimes you're gonna get tired. Sometimes you're not gonna wanna do it. Sometimes you're not gonna wanna get out of bed. But it doesn't matter, because you still need to go forward. And the work must be done. Effort. Now, what is effort? It is day in, day out work. We must continue down that path. We must understand that you got to do what you need to do to get where you need to be in your life. And without effort, there can never be true success. If you're at work, you got to work. If you're at the gym, you got to work. If you're with your family, you got to work. Not everybody understands that work ethic. You get people thinking that it's okay to be lazy. It's okay to make it easy. Easy doesn't count. It doesn't work. It can never get you further. It can never build you up. Never easy. Not easy. Just power. Just will. Just work. More effort. The process, it takes time. The process, you need it. The process, you're learning. The mistakes, the fallbacks, it's all a part of the plan. This is what it's about. There is no time to waste. You just got to continue to work. You're not gonna get strong, making everything easy. You're never gonna understand what it means to be a champion, looking for the easy way out. You're never gonna get that promotion if you're looking for an easy way in. You got to struggle a little bit. You got to fight a little bit. You got to get knocked down sometimes. And then you got to learn how to get up again. While learning from the mistakes, you learn enough not to make the same mistakes again and again. You got to go through something to get something. You got to keep your head up and look up beyond the stars, beyond the universe, and know that there's so much more to you. There is a connection to you. But weakness, excuses, fear, and doubt will never get you there. It will never get you what you want, and it most definitely will never get you what you need. Get your mind in the right place. Get your body in the right place. Get your soul in the right place. And attack. And just get the job done. Get away from this mindset of thinking that it's supposed to be easy. Get up and walk a little bit further. Get away from this mindset of thinking that it's supposed to be directly in your face. Give it more effort. There are a lot of people that are in the world today. They're always searching for a more convenient way to get success. But when those hard times come, you're not ready because you've been so busy making everything easy and convenient. Sometimes you're just not fit to get to that next level. because you haven't applied yourself enough to earn that right to sit at that level in your life. Effort, not less effort, more effort, more purpose, application. Give it everything you have and just be the best of who you are. Turn off the noise. Stop doubting yourself. Stop thinking that you're less when you are so much more. If you're not giving more, then how can you expect more? If you are giving less, then that's all you're good for. And you don't deserve a reward. You don't deserve a reward to the things that are out there that are waiting for you. Good times come, and there's a time and a place for everything. But if you want success, you got to put forth effort. It's okay to struggle sometimes. It's okay to be human. It's okay to make mistakes sometimes. But you don't have to live for the rest of your life with mistakes. Easy is just easy. But work and effort will take you a little bit further and beyond. But you still got to work. Just grind. That is the significance of true effort. Now get to the business. Be productive. Stay strong. And from the bottom of my heart, conduct your business.
So we live in a world that we want to be as comfortable as we can. And we wonder why we have no growth. We wonder why when the smallest thing in our life gets difficult, we wonder why we cower and we run away. Because we are kind of living our whole life is set that way. Our whole life is set up in the path of least resistance. We don't want to suffer. We don't want to feel discomfort. So the whole time we're living our lives in a very comfortable area. There's no growth in that. You will never learn from people if we always tap dance around the truth.
Stop rationalizing. Stop making excuses. Stop giving yourself little watered down assessments of where you're really at. Tell yourself the truth.
Are you making yourself better? Or are you making yourself worse? Are you moving forward or are you moving back?
You aren't getting any closer to your 5-year plan or your 3-year plan or your 7-year plan or any plan that you've got unless you get up and start getting after it.
There are no excuses. You cannot choose success. You gotta work for it. You gotta breathe it. You gotta sleep it. You gotta eat it. You gotta put forth 120%. I didn't get here making excuses. I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me. And I said I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim.